Start looking at the last 6 or 7 games with Luka. They didn't even have Austin Reeves and Rui last night, and they won. And there was a brief moment as they beat the Clippers last night that we thought tech CEO, billionaire Steve Ballmer would overtake the Buss family and the Lakers. Jeannie and Jim Buss were struggling to get along. Yeah, that idea has been squashed. The Lakers better today. The Lakers' future much brighter. Last night, Luka, huge first half of the Lakers, once again bolt out to a lead. And the Clippers, desperate to have relevance and a star, have the unlikable Kawhi, who's never available and rarely talks, and James Harden, who can still give you numbers, but was minus 18 plus and minus last night. The Lakers have lovable Luka. Everybody loves Austin Reeves. And whether you love LeBron or not, you have to worship at the altar of his physicality, his biology. He is playing like he's 27 years old. And the Lakers have always understood this, and the Clippers in their growth and their ascension don't understand this. It's not just about having a star. It's about, in Los Angeles, having the right star. This is not Indianapolis. This is not Orlando. There are stars everywhere. It's about having the right star. Kawhi, James Harden, come on. No, it's about having Jim Harbaugh as coach, or Matt Stafford, or Shohei Ohtani, or Luka. Luka is big, and that's the Lakers have always done that. I mean, they've had some stars who were stoic, like Kareem, but they got him Magic. Pau Gasol, a bit more stoic, and they've got Kobe. The Lakers have understood it's not just a star. It's Magic. It's Shaq. It's Kobe. It's LeBron. It's Luka. Bigger than life. A lot of stars out there in the NBA that don't translate to wins. The other thing about the Lakers is they get stars. They're not desperate to get them. Same with the Dodgers. Dodgers and the Lakers aren't desperate for stars. They want to get stars like Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts who win games, who are great postseason guys, who can do multiple things well. And, I mean, comparing the Clippers and Lakers is Six Flags to Disney. You got to be more than roller coasters. You got to bring more in than roller coasters. And that's the difference with the Lakers. Last 22 games, they're first, second, and third in every analytic that matters, first in wins. And there's so much inherent love and tradition and history with the Lakers in Los Angeles and the Dodgers that if you bring in a catalyst like a Shohei or a Luka, they're not only the biggest game in town, they're the biggest team in their sport. So they've won 6 straight, and give J.J. Redick credit. Didn't have Austin Reeves, didn't have Rui. They're playing incredible defense as Anthony Davis, arguably the best defender in the league, left. They're playing out of their mind. He's experimenting with small ball lineups. It's got a little Warriors feel to it. They don't have to have necessarily a center on the floor at all times. I know a lot of people questioned Redick. And I may have wondered if Luka was in the right shape, but last night was Luka's night, and once again the Lakers' night, and here's the coach after.
And it just seemed like throughout the game, when we needed a bucket, when we needed him to draw a second, third defender at times, he was able to make the right play, minus the 6 turnovers. But he played fantastic tonight. And again, it was that verve and that spirit of competition, but also just something that is, maybe it's an inner demon, I don't know, but it comes out, and it's fantastic for us when it does.
Okay, this can't be overstated. For a lot of places in this country, it's just about getting a star. That has never been it with the Lakers. It's not just about getting a star. Pau Gasol was the right fit for Kobe Bryant, who could be ball-centric. Magic Johnson was perfect to bring out the best in Kareem. And I think what you're seeing with Luka, and the reason they made the move, they already had AD and LeBron 2 stars. But their takeaway was Luka will be better with LeBron. Luka, on the nights LeBron is a little tired, Luka can score 30 points and take over the game. You never knew if you were getting that with AD. AD was a star. His personality, more number 2, a little more stoic, a little quieter, more reticent. But again, it's not just about the start. Meanwhile, the Clippers have Kawhi Leonard, who's almost never available. They give him an extension. They just want a star. Just give us a star. We just don't want to be irrelevant. the Lakers are never irrelevant, so they don't have to worry about it. They get the right star. And that's the difference between those two organizations. Six Flags and Disney both have roller coasters. One of them's beyond that. One of them is hotels. One of them is movies. One of them is films. One of them is working the late Steve Jobs, connecting to people's hearts, not just going up and down on a roller coaster, right? So when I'm watching Luka last night, I'm like, once again, the Lakers do it. It's not just that, hey, we got a famous guy. That's not it. Spielberg can get a lot of famous actors. He leans on the really, really box office draws who can draw people into a theater. That's the difference. And I thought this was interesting this weekend. So, the 49ers, I'll get to this later, they'll be fine. But Deebo Samuel got traded to the Washington Commanders. So this is something J-Mac and I have been talking about. I think we even talked about this December, January. Like, Deebo was unhappy. You know where he'd fit? Washington. So this was a pretty easy one to predict. The two things that jump out to me with this deal. Number one, it's a perfect fit. So Washington's got a ton of cap space, and Cliff Kingsbury's offense, which is a lot of motion, a lot of tricks, needs a chess piece. Deebo is not your classic number one receiver. He doesn't really separate. I think he's had 1,000-yard reception year, and that was 4 years ago. He's not Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson. But Deebo Samuel is a great chess piece, and Shanahan is a chess master, and Cliff Kingsbury, as an offensive coordinator, is a chess master. So Deebo really works with about a half dozen teams in this league. So that's the first thing. He's a good fit. The second thing, though, they only gave up a fifth-round pick. Now think about that. A fifth-round pick. Okay, the Dallas Cowboys in their division gave up a fourth-round pick for quarterback Trey Lance. And basically every quarterback that Kyle Shanahan's ever had, he makes them better. Kyle Shanahan gave up on Trey Lance. The Cowboys gave up a fourth-round pick for Trey Lance. It didn't play. It was third string, behind Cooper Rush. They gave up a fourth-round pick, the Cowboys did, for Jonathan Mingo, who I told you the day they did it. That's a terrible move. Mingo, by the way, last year had 5 catches for Dallas. Like, I'm telling you moves. I'm a sportscaster. You can't just give away picks. And you see this in the NFL. You start making 2 or 3 great moves. You get a Jaden Daniels. You get a Deebo for a fifth-round pick. You get Kingsbury. He was going to be a Raider or a Bear coordinator. No, you steal Kingsbury with an aggressive deal. And then you, on the other side in your division, you overpay a quarterback who's a B, Dak, and make him A++ money quarterback. And then you give away fourth-round picks. And all of a sudden, 1 year later, you look at the Cowboys in Washington. 2 years ago, Cowboys are winning 12 games. Washington is a laughingstock. Today, the Deebo move considered. Washington's a better team, a better organization, a better quarterback, and a much better deal. That's how quickly it happens in the NFL. I mean, look at the Cowboys coaching situation. It was a mess. I mean, Mike McCarthy, basically begging for a job, got one with Dallas and said, no thanks, I'm out of here. And from what I can tell, Jerry Jones walked down the hallway at one Cowboy place and said, well, what's your name again? Schottenheimer? I knew your father. Would you like to be coach? I mean, it was a mess. It was a Friday news dump. So that one of the things that's great about the NFL, in baseball, it takes a while to go from awful to good. In the NBA, you got to land the right stars. It takes a while. I mean, the draft, it's a bunch of 18, 19-year-old kids. They can't even get into the hotel bar they're staying at the Ritz. But in the NFL, you get the coach right, the quarterback right. 2 years of making good deals in the front office. Houston Texans, laughingstock to playoff team. Washington Commanders, laughingstock to they are now a better team, better quarterback, better GM, savvier coach. Oh, by the way, their coach, Dan Quinn, they stole from the Cowboys, and it did not appear to be great for Dallas. So, yeah, I thought